Alright, what's going on, everyone? Um, we're here with another video, and today we're gonna talk about, obviously it's Mother's Day, and yeah, it's kind of a hard day for me, obviously, as you can tell. So, if you don't already know, on 1/21/21, which is kind of like a coincidence number, it adds up to 7. It's like a coincidence that she died 1/2/1/21, and then her funeral was 2/1/21. Like it was just, yeah. Yeah, so my mom passed away January 21st of this year. And, that was only like 3.5, almost 4 months ago at this point. And it's been really fucking hard. Like, if you want to know what happened to her, there's a video just a couple videos back that say, we lost an angel. And that was my mom. And then the video right before that, I think it was like me talking about my sister who had just passed away. So, and then I got my brother right here. So yeah. So yeah, I've had a lot of death in the family, and my sister and my mom both passed away at my job, at the hospital I worked for, and I think that's the reason why I ultimately left, because I couldn't take it. I couldn't walk in every day and walk past the ER. I was so like traumatized to go back in the ER. I was legitimately scared to go in there because I was afraid I was gonna break down every time I walked in the ER, and it was just like this weird feeling that I didn't want to feel. I didn't like it, so I ended up leaving, and then decided to move. So I came down 20 hours to Houston, Texas, from Dayton, Ohio, and I kind of left my family there. I haven't really seen anybody since. I haven't talked to too many people too much. It's been kind of lonely here, not gonna lie. But the video isn't really supposed to be depressing. It's really supposed to be talking about the life of my mom. And that's what we're gonna be talking about. So my mom she was a traveler. She went everywhere. She went all 50 states. We've gone to a whole bunch of islands like Saint Kitts, Saint Thomas, Bahamas, Jamaica. I think the only place we haven't gone to down in that area, I guess down here technically, since I'm like only an hour away from the Gulf of Mexico, um, the only place we haven't gone to is Cuba. And we actually had a vacation to go to Cuba. That's when Trump had just got in office and he had just closed the borders to Cuba because, Obama had just opened the borders to Cuba, then Trump closed the borders to Cuba. And we were going to go there, and then Trump basically canceled our fucking vacation to Cuba. So we didn't have a chance to go to Cuba. We were really upset about that, not going to lie. But we've pretty much gone everywhere. She just hit up her last state only just a couple years ago, and that was North Dakota. That's the only state I have not gone to is North Dakota. We've gone to Hawaii when we were way younger. We've gone to Alaska just a couple years ago on a cruise ship. We've gone to like 3, 4 different places in Alaska. So, Alaska's fucking giant. I don't know. We absolutely love traveling, and that's one thing I gotta say my mom was very passionate about, because when she was 18 years old, she found out she was pregnant with my sister, and that's when my grandma kicked her out. My grandma just kicked her out, left her on the road, and my mom found her own way. She got her own place, but there was nothing that was gonna come between her and success, because like she was not taking an L. She was not taking no for an answer. Every L she was getting, like, she made it a dub. And that's one thing I have to say that I took from her. Because every single time something bad happens, I have to make it a win. Like, I cannot take an L and just keep it an L. But this is one situation I have to say is always going to be the biggest loss. This is going to be the biggest loss ever, for sure. Because everyone will tell you, like, if you've talked to anybody that knew my mom back then, they would be like, man, when she found out she was pregnant, like, it just lit up her world. Like, you could see it in her face. Like, there was never a dull moment for her. She was so happy, even though she just got kicked out. My mom said that my grandparents, like, she didn't talk to my grandparents until after my sister was born. So it's like they really like, when my grandma found out my mom was pregnant, she really did not talk to her, wanted nothing to do with her. So there's so many reasons why we could be holding a grudge against my grandma. There's endless fucking reasons, but we know she's a little cuckoo. So we just take it. When she found out she was pregnant, she was really fucking happy. You know, she got out, she did her own thing, and absolutely nothing was stopping her. All right, like anything that happened, any obstacle that came in front of her, there was no obstacle that was too big for her at all. And that's one thing I gotta say is like she was like the mother. Like any, I've had so many people. She's like, "Ooh, can you adopt me?" It's like then they look at me, they're like, "Ooh, can I be your like stepsister or stepbrother, whatever?" It's like I can be your sister-in-law. I've had way too many people claim to be my sibling, just because of my mom. Almost every single relationship I have, I would not have if it wasn't for my mom. If it wasn't for my mom, I would not have met my siblings until I was an adult. That, I mean, if at all. Like, if I'm gonna be honest, I don't know if I would have ever met them, you know, any of them, honestly. Because my dad wasn't really a dad, like, at all. He pretty much was just a sperm donor back in the day. You know, he was a whore. He cheated on everybody and everything, you know. So my mom was pretty much everybody's dad, too. And I gotta, like, it's gonna suck for Father's Day as well, because we always, like, celebrated that with her as well. Like, it wasn't just Mother's Day. Let me turn on this other light, because I feel like this one is too bright. Yeah, that's a little bit better. There we go. Because I feel like that light was just way too fucking bright. And we'll move the mic down too, because I feel like that's too high. I guess I should have like did this before the video started. So that's my apologies if it looked really bad. So it's going to suck for Father's Day as well, because we also celebrated that with her. She was all the baby mama's baby daddy. Like, because she always got me and my siblings together. Like, she was the only one who really got the entire family together. And like the very first time that all of my dad's living children were in the same place, the very first time was at her funeral. That's the only time all 7 of us have been in the same place. Well, there's 8 of us, but my brother passed away in 2015. And like my sister who passed away, that's not like my sister, you know, it's not like, it's not her kid and it's not my dad's kid. So I guess I should have said that in the video. It's my sister's sister, but she was always a part of the family. So when we were kids, my mom would always try to get, you know, any one of them, any one of my dad's kids. She would always call the baby mama, and then she would be like basically my stepmom, you know, any one of my other stepmoms, you know. But, you know, my dad never married any of them. He's married now, but he never married any of his baby mamas. So basically they're like my second moms. I have 5 other second moms, I guess, now. Because one, my brother that passed away, his mom just passed away before my mom. So my oldest sister, Shatonia, I know she has a weird name. She actually goes by Tony. So my oldest sister, Tony, she has a sister named Devana. And Devana, Shatonia and Devana, they always came with us. They always, like, whenever we went to go do something, my mom would call Shamika. She'd be like, hey, can we get Shatonia? And then we would go over there, go pick her up. And then Devana would come with us. And we would, like, we always grew up with her. So that's why I claim her as a sister, because we grew up with her. You know, like, we always knew her. She was always around. Anytime there was an event, she always wanted to be there. She never had any kids. She was 26. But man, she wanted kids with every bone in her body. She absolutely loved kids. Like, yeah, and kids loved her. Like, she was awkward, but kids loved her. She loved kids. She wanted to be anywhere where there were kids at. You know, if there was like a kids party, she wanted to be there, because she just thought they were just the cutest things ever. You know, she wasn't like a creepy, you know, to the level of being creepy. She was just like, she was like every kid's aunt, basically, before she passed away, which really sucked. So, so back then, you know, we didn't really, if it wasn't for my mom, I probably would not have met any of my siblings until maybe 15, 16 years old, you know, a little bit later. So I'm really thankful that she stepped up to the plate of being more than just a mom. So that's like why it hurts so much, is because she was more than just a mom. She really was. and she was just naturally funny as fuck. Naturally funny as fuck. Like we were in LA. We were waiting outside the Jimmy Kimmel show. We were about to go in. We were about to go see Harrison Ford. Harrison Ford and somebody else. I don't remember. But that was right when the Migos were just popping. Like they had just came out with Bad and Bougie just months prior to that. And you know, Dab was like, it was popular. It was trending at the time. So we were standing outside in LA. We're on Hollywood Boulevard. You know, there's hella people. Everybody's shoulder to shoulder. Everyone's, you know, walking by. We're standing out line, but we're kind of like how it goes is like the building's here, and then here's a sidewalk, and then here's the street. And you know, the other sidewalk and the other side of buildings, you know, over here. So let me kind of come over here a little bit more. Let me scoot over just a smidge, right? I feel like I'm not in the center. So, like I said, the building, sidewalk, street, and then, you know, the other shit over there. So we were against the street on the sidewalk, face towards the building. And that's kind of like how the Jimmy Kimmel show, you know, that's how their line works. Is like their line is against the street. Everybody walking by the street, they all walk in between the line and the fucking building. So we were the very first people in line for the Jimmy Kimmel show. Like, she was one, I was two, right? So we're standing in line. We had this ginormous line behind us. Everybody's kind of faced towards us, but we're faced towards the building. And she's kind of like in the crowd a little bit. So like she's not like standing in line, she's like a little bit over. And like I just want to give you like some like context, my bad. So there's people walking by. And then she like says something about the Migos, and she's like, "What do they do again? Isn't it like dip or something like that?" And like when I say everybody just started laughing their ass off, and I was just like, "Oh my God, no, you not just do that, man!" Like I was really embarrassed, but like now that I look back at it, it's just a time like if it wasn't for that moment, I would have such little memory of LA. Like, there's not many things that I remember. I remember going to all the famous people houses. Like, we were on this fucking tour. We were just going around. They were like, yeah, this is Beyonce's house. This is Bruno Mars' house. He tells us a story about Bruno Mars. He's like, just last week, a lady had just jumped over the gate and went into his house and was, like, taking pictures, taking selfies. And then she caught him in there. And, you know, they obviously had to get her out. And that's why the gates are just now being built. And, like, so we were driving by all these people's houses. And my mom's just taking a picture of all the houses like everyone else is. You know, I guess it's normal. A little creepy, but whatever. It's normal. Everybody's taking a picture of the fucking house. And I'm like, Ma, like, you're going to look at those pictures. And then you're going to be like, oh, these are pictures of some really beautiful houses. I don't even know whose house they are. Like you don't label them. Like you're not like you're just taking a picture of houses. Like you can post these houses to Facebook and people are gonna be like, oh, there's some nice houses. Oh, no, this is Madonna's house, Michael Jackson's house, you know, Jay-Z and Beyonce's house. This is Bruno Mars' house. Like here's Lindsay Lohan's house. Oh yeah, she had a trailer right outside for her security guards. That's the only reason why we knew Lindsay Lohan's and Bruno Mars' house is because the gate was being built and there was a trailer outside of Lindsay Lohan's house for like security guards, and they did not like that. Security guards were very pissed that she makes all this money and the only thing she gives them is this trailer without AC or anything, and it's like it's miserable. So yeah, that's the only reason why we knew like 3 houses was like Bruno Mars, Lindsay Lohan, and Jay-Z. Like those are the only 3 that we knew. I guess Michael Jackson too, but you couldn't see his house. It was literally like the tallest fucking gates ever, hella fucking trees. You cannot see his house. But it's like we made so many fucking memories, like just everywhere. Every time I go visit somewhere now, I'm always gonna like think of her, and it's been really fucking hard driving because that's really what we did. Like just a couple years ago, we took a little tour around the United States. We went all the way to like, you know, Philadelphia, then we swung around. We hit every single state in New England. We hit like we went over to Boston. We saw a Red Sox game. That's where I got my jersey. We got a bunch of shit. I fucking loved that trip. Loved it. We went up to Toronto. We went to Niagara Falls. We stayed in Niagara Falls for a night. And the view in Niagara Falls was unbelievable. Unbelievable. You woke up to the falls. Like you would lift your head up and all you see is Niagara Falls right there. Just fucking giant. It was amazing. I gotta say, my mom was sneaky too. My mom was very sneaky. Like she would always she would play dumb in so many situations to get her way. And it was just funny to see the way she worked. Like, I gotta say, like, I gotta give her props. I gotta, like, give her a round of applause for that, because that was, like, the show that she put on sometimes was like, sometimes it was really funny. Like, she would try to sneak a bottle onto the cruise ship. And if you've ever been on a cruise ship, you know you cannot bring liquor onto the ship. You can, but they hold it until the last day. On the last day, they give you your liquor, and then you can get off the boat. That's kind of how it works. So we would, like, always figure out a way to get liquor onto the boat. And it was, I don't know, we would figure out a way to just do anything she really wanted to do. We would always find a way to do it. And it was just, it was amazing. Like, all right, one more memory. This one was in Las Vegas. We were small. I was so small. I was like 6, 7, 8 years old. I was small. I was with my sister Tony, my sister Shatonia. Yeah. I have a sister named Tony, which is my mom's daughter. So that's my only like full blood sibling. And then Shatonia, who also goes by Tony. Only her whole family calls her Shatonia. So me, Tony, Shatonia, and my mom, we all went to Las Vegas. And when we went there, we went to the Rio Hotel. I gotta say, Rio was fucking lit back in the day. I don't know how it is now. But there was this big opening in the lobby. Like, not just the lobby. Like, yeah, I guess it was a lobby. And it was several stories tall. Like between 5 to 15 stories tall. Like, just, like, you get, like, if you've ever gone to, like, a hospital, and then you see the lobby, and then you see the second floor and how they got a balcony going around it. They got a third floor balcony going around it. This place legit had, like, anywhere between 5 and, like 15. I can't remember it because of how long ago it was. Like, you gotta understand, I was dead ass 15 plus years ago. So, it was anywhere between, like, 5 and 15 stories. I just know we were kind of close to the ground, but we might have been a little bit higher up. But I don't fully remember the exact details. But it was like a parade inside of the hotel. And it was super fucking dope because we were hanging from the ceiling. And we were in this giant ball. Like I don't know how to explain it. So they kind of had like a track, you know, that went around basically the whole ceiling, that had like a weird route, I guess. And it was like these metal poles that would hold us. And we were in like this ball, and then it was all I had was like these chairs inside of the ball, and we sat down. We had these buckets of beads, and we took them, and we used to like throw them out. It was just packed with people too. Like, it was just us. It was us 4 inside of this ball, and there was, you know, like maybe 5 to 10 other balls, you know, hanging from the ceiling as well. But we're all going like across the ceiling, but we're going up and down, like, to where we're seeing each floor. We're throwing beads on each floor. I don't remember how long it lasted, but I remember I was like the first one to be out of beads for sure. And I just sat there and just watched it. I just loved it. Like, it was amazing. So I would see all these people, and I was just in this ball hanging from the ceiling during a parade that I don't even know how the fuck we got there. Like we were dead ass just walking on the street. And this dude in this yellow shirt, I even asked my mom a couple years ago, how the fuck did that happen? How did we get there? And she was like, this dude in this yellow shirt came up to her and like, do you want tickets to the parade, to be in the parade? And she was like, yeah, sure. And he was like, it's $50 a person. And she was like, sure, fuck yeah, I'll do that. So he was like, you know, you get free beads. She was like, hell yeah. So like, it's more for her. She loves the beads. Like, when I say, where's it at? It's in the living room. Yes, they're in a coffee pot, okay? Eat a dick. She loves the fucking beads, all right? Every time we go to New Orleans, she's always the one on the ground picking up the beads. So they're like, you're getting free beads. They're like, all right, sweet, yeah, we'll do it. So we go in there, we go in this ball, and we're going like, we're hanging from the ceiling, going up and down across the balcony, just going around the fucking hotel. We're in this parade. There's a whole bunch of shit, people dancing, people in costumes, everything on the ground, people just walking around. It's fucking lit. Music loud as fuck. Lights are going crazy. Like, it's like a rave party that I'm a part of. So we're in this fucking thing, and we're just throwing beads, and I don't know. I don't know how the fuck, like, how. My mom just, like, always made every single moment, like memorable. Like Hawaii. I was even younger when I went to Hawaii. And I still remember climbing through an inactive volcano. I remember climbing through that motherfucker. Actually, I think it was an active volcano. No, it wasn't an active volcano. Because the top was like rock hard. So and there was a party on top of the volcano, which was really fucking weird. So we went up to the volcano. You had an option to drive up, which was okay, but we didn't do that. We did the tour to hike up the volcano. So when we hiked up the volcano, no, we didn't go straight up. No, we didn't walk across the fucking trail. No, we went in the fucking volcano. All right, that's how dope it was. Like, we went in the volcano, went through that motherfucker, and then there was points in times where we had to go out and walk up and shit. Take the fucking take the rocky route, whatever. And then it was like, go in the volcano, and then there was like this big ass hole, like 3 feet up off the ground. I had to be lifted up to be like, to go through the hole. I just remember so much walking on the beach and getting a ukulele and a fucking damn, I forgot what those things are called, like the flower necklaces. Like, there was just there was a luau. Like, I absolutely missed like the moments with her because we just had so many moments together, for sure. We went around the country, man. Everywhere. We spent countless hours in the car. Countless. And it's not even miserable. It was never miserable. Like, there was a lot of times where I fell asleep. But that's the thing, is that's how she made her friendships even stronger, is from those car rides and me falling asleep in the car. She would call somebody and be on the phone for hours with them. Like so many people texted me after she passed away and told me some stories, like what they did when they were younger. Like, she was, this lady was like, oh man, like your mom, when we were in middle school and high school together, like that's when we had just met, and that's when I had just moved to the area. I didn't really know anybody, and she just came up to me with this ray of sunshine of a smile, like, and we would always go to concerts together, or we would be in a room singing to some song, like singing to Madonna. That's it, singing to Madonna. We would go to rock concerts, Madonna concerts. We would go see everybody. Like, she was just that person. Like, my mom didn't smoke. She wasn't much of a drinker. Like, she would get tipsy off like the smallest margarita. Like, she would get super drunk off of like one drink. And it was the funniest thing ever, because New Orleans was lit because we always went to New Orleans. And now that I'm only 6 hours away from New Orleans, actually, let me see how far away I am, like, from right here. Oh man, it's 5.5 hours away. So I guarantee you, I'm going to be going to New Orleans sometime soon just because of her. Like, because we've gone there so many times. I remember Canal Street and Bourbon Street like the back of my hand, all right? Like, we always stayed in the hotel right next to McDonald's, right on Canal Street, like dead ass a block away from Bourbon Street. We stayed right fucking there, always. And we went around to all the above ground cemeteries. Like, we always... One thing about my mom is she never wanted to eat anywhere that was in Ohio. We never ate anywhere that was in Ohio. We only ate places that were local to just that place. So on my way down to Houston, we stopped. Me and my friends, and we stopped in Dyer's Burgers in Memphis, Tennessee. Dyer's Burgers is my number one most favorite fucking cheeseburger place in the world. Like I've gone to every single state except North Dakota. I've gone every fucking where except North Dakota. And I can tell you that like that is the best cheeseburger joint in the country. Yes, Las Vegas has Heart Attack Grill. Like yeah, like I know of all the fucking cheeseburger places, all the weird ones, all the ones on the Travel Channel. Like I know of all of those. All right, I've gone to every single one. I know them all, and I had to say number one is Dyer's Burgers in Memphis, Tennessee, and we stopped there for her. Like I like my friends were like really trying to rush me. They were like, man, can we just go? Like, can we just like skip Memphis or can we stay in Nashville for the night and then go to Memphis tomorrow or something like they tried everything in their power to not go there. And I told them, I was like, look, this is a part of the trip down to Houston. We are going to Dyer's Burgers. And I had to tell them like 50 times, we're going to Dyer's Burgers. We're going to Dyer's Burgers. We are going to Dyer's Burgers. And what do you know? We went to Dyer's fucking Burgers. They loved it. Like, they were like, oh yeah, this is fire. Right, that's because I'm telling you, like, I hyped this place up so fucking much. You thought I was playing or something? No! Like my mom has taken me to, like, some of the craziest fucking places. She's always wanted to do shit. Like, a lot of people, like, my mom always invited other people, too. Like, that's one thing I gotta say. She invited everybody. If you wanted to go, let her know. She would make space for you. She'll plan it out with you, plan it out for you. If you were just going on a vacation, hit her up and she would let you know exactly what to do, where to go. She was like a vacation travel guide. Like if you look at her Facebook page, oh my God, if you look at her Facebook page and you click on like the places she's checked in, the list is so long. One thing my mom always did was take pictures. Like, she just chooses things to do in places that you would never think of to do there. Like, we would go swimming with dolphins. We would go, like, fucking snorkeling, like, deep sea snorkeling. Like, oh, my God. We went jet skis, fucking parasailing in the Bahamas, zip lining in Belize. I'm so pissed I fucked up my camera. Like my camera, like, I switched the setting on it on accident. And like the brightness was like just way like too, like you could not see the video, and I was so pissed. Jumped off fucking cliffs. Like, we went fucking Dunn's River Falls in Jamaica. Like, we went to so many places and did so many things. I promise you, like, I gotta say, she made my life worth living. She gave me the most wonderful life I could ever ask for. And she was by far the best mom I could ever ask for. And I'm so fucking salty that she's passed away. That she's gone. Like, because now all I can do is live in her name. All I can do is try my hardest to be as successful as her. Because even though she wasn't like wealthy, she wasn't rich by any means at all, we struggled hard. In a lot of situations we struggled. But she made sure that we were happy, even while struggling. And that shit sucks that she's gone. Because now I feel like it's my time to pay it back to her. Now that I'm an adult, now that I can get my shit together now it's my time to pay her back. And I can't. Like, it sucks. That's really what this video is about. Like, just like, stop, talking shit about your mom, like, because you don't understand just how much time you have. Like, it could be gone in the snap of a finger, like before you could even imagine. Like, my mom was literally just working 4 months ago. A fucking mosquito bite, bit her, or a mosquito bit her in the leg a couple times while she was whitewater rafting in West Virginia. And she got an infection. And then she ended up going, went to cardiac arrest. Just passed away. So it's like, now it's my time to pay her back, and I can't. And it hurts so unbelievably much. And like, I've been in such a funk lately because I just don't know. I don't know what to do. Like, I don't know how to handle myself. I don't recognize myself anymore. I had to hear her gasping for air. Like, she could not breathe. And she just kept saying that she was in tears. Like, she was literally crying because of like the struggle. I've never heard anybody struggle so hard ever. And I felt so insanely helpless. Like, what do you do? Like, you call an ambulance. That's the only thing you can do. So we called an ambulance. They got there, picked her up, and I was still on the phone with her. But they took the phone, and I wasn't on speaker, so they couldn't hear me. So I was just in the background, and I had to hear her like cry for help to the ambulance, like screaming for help, screaming, like just praying for her life to not end right there. And then I went to go pick up my sister, and then that's when she passed away. We didn't know that though, so we're calling the hospital because the car that I was driving to go get her had just exploded. Like right there, like right when she passed away, the car exploded. Like within 10 minutes of each other, like she passed and then a car, or the car and then she passed. Like, so they were trying to save her life, and they couldn't say that over the phone. They were like, we need somebody to get here right now. And then we got there, and it was just me. I got in, and then like an hour later, and I found out what happened. They had to sit me down in a consultation room, and they told me she went into cardiac arrest, and I blanked out. I was like, what? Like, where's she at? What's going on? Is she all right? And then he broke it down. He was like, no, like, she went into cardiac arrest. Like, she's gone. That's all I know. She was just out of breath.
Okay, and that's when we called the squad.
Yeah.
Okay, so when she got here, she was very out of breath. Her oxygen had actually improved with they put the non-rebreather. You work for transportation, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so there was the one with the bag.
BiPAP?
Not a BiPAP, so it was the mask with the bag.
Okay.
So she was standing okay there. We were concerned for a pulmonary embolism. Okay, so the blood clot in the lung. Just with her story and everything, we took her to the scanner to get a CT scan, and unfortunately she went into cardiac arrest.
What do you mean?
So her heart stopped. We had to put her tube down her throat, and we did CPR and coded her for about a half an hour, a little over. And we had to give her blood clot breaking medicine, and unfortunately she did pass.
Oh my god.
So I know it's very unexpected.
Okay. Okay.
I know it's a lot of information right now.
Yeah.
There's probably a lot going through your head. Do you have any questions for me?
Can I go in and see her?
Absolutely. We'll make sure that everything is set up, and then you can go in and spend. Is she okay? Okay, and you can absolutely spend as much time as you need. Would you like to speak with a chaplain? Okay. All right.
Is there anybody else you need to call or want to call or?
No.
Okay. You want us to call anybody for you?
No. I don't really know what to really do in the next. And like, when I say like everything in me just, like I've never been in such a surreal moment in my life. I've never seen myself in third person before. Like, I felt like I was sitting right next to the doctor, even though I was across from him. I felt like I was sitting right next to him, just looking at myself. There was a nurse right there. I knew the nurse. I knew that guy, and he knew me. I worked with them for 2 fucking years at that point. Like, they knew who the fuck I was. Even out of uniform. So, like, to see his face, like So shit, I walked in the room. I went to go see my mom. And I broke down. Like I didn't. I lost my legs right there, yo. Dead ass. I lost my legs right there. I went straight down. After a couple minutes, I could finally walk. I could finally stand. So I stood up and walked over to her. And like she was still warm. So shit, I got down on my knee. I said a prayer for her. And you could just feel like how cold she got. In just that 30-second prayer. Like going from like 90 something degrees to like 60, 50, like just dropping hard. And then by the time we left, her fucking fingers were purple. Like it was just like when I walked out that room, I was like, this is the last time I'm gonna ever see her again. And like I swear to God, that was like closing that curtain was by far the hardest thing I've ever done. By far. I never thought she would be in a box. Not this soon, at least. Like, not. I'm 23. I never thought I would be 23 years old with my mom in the box. Like, I wanted her to at least meet my kids, at least be there for mine. You know, like, I wanted her to watch me become an adult. Like, I was still a fucking kid. I wanted to see her see me grow up. I wanted to hear her say how proud she was that I, succeeded in something. So shit, I mean, like, I feel like I left so much. I feel like there was nothing I could do in Ohio. Like, while I was there, I just could not, like, I couldn't smile. I couldn't be happy at all. I was so fucking miserable. I was so tired of hearing people say, like, why can't you just go to school here? I promise you, I don't want to. I don't want to be in Ohio. I refuse to be in Ohio. Like, I literally refuse to go back and live there. I don't want to. I will never do it again. Because like I will never be able to go anywhere in Ohio and not think of her. Because my mom, she knew everything. Like she knew where you were. Not like where you were, not like that. She wasn't like a stalker. But like if you could be like, all right, ma, I'm on this street, like I don't know where I am. GPS isn't coming up. She will tell you like how to get anywhere. Like anywhere in Ohio. Cause she was born in Akron, but she's a traveler in Ohio. That's our home state. So shit, yeah, we're gonna travel Ohio more than any other fucking state. So we, drove around everywhere. She knew the streets everywhere. Like she just knew what to do. She wasn't really familiar with Cincinnati, but that's because she wasn't a Bengals fan. Like that's literally the reason why. She just did not go to Cincinnati that much because of the Bengals. Like she's a big Browns fan, so she knew everything from Dayton up. So I can't go back to Ohio and not think of her. And every time I woke up, I just could not. I just had a hard time getting out of bed and doing shit. Like one thing I can do here, like every time I wake up here, I'm thinking of what to do next. What am I gonna do today? Like today, I woke up, I went to the gym. I was at the gym for like fucking 3 hours, 4 hours. That's the longest I've ever been at the gym. I went in the sauna room a couple times. I like sweat my fucking ass off. I just stepped on the scale for the first time since I left, and I lost like like 15 pounds since I left Ohio. It's only been a week and a half. So I've lost 15 pounds. Um, it's hard to eat. It's hard to do anything right now. I haven't smoked any weed um, since the day my friend went into the hospital. My roommate. Ever since he went there, that was the last blunt I smoked. Was that morning. So it's been like a week. Yeah, it's been a week. So I don't know. Like I've been sober as fuck. I haven't been feeling the greatest at all. I've been in a funk. All I want to do is just like I really want to make YouTube videos, but I don't know what to do, what to make anymore. I've lost track of everything like since she passed. I don't know who I am anymore. I don't recognize myself in the mirror anymore. I don't like I literally got this tattoo for her. This whole tattoo. I've gotten 2 tattoos for her. This one too. Both of these are for her. This tree, that's all her. Because my mom was definitely the tree of the family. She was the tree trunk that kept all of us together. Now that she's gone, we're just sticks. We're sticks on the fucking ground. So, you know, some of us has fucking leaves. Some of us are alive. But shit, there's a couple sticks that don't have anything on it. A couple dead sticks. So, I mean, we're still alive for the moment. But, you know, obviously a stick without a tree is going to die eventually. You know, we're only alive for just now, for right now. So we won't last too much longer, especially without her. I won't. And I got a yellow memorial ribbon around it. Because that's, you know, yeah. It's got a purple glow around it. It's not, you know, blood or redness or anything. That's purple glow. And then the green leaves and shit. Those were her 2 favorite colors, were green and purple. So had to make sure to, you know, put those in there as well. But man, is it fucking tough. Man, is it fucking tough. But yeah, take care of your mom, man, because you don't know how much longer it can be. Like, it can literally, like, happen, like, that day. I just hope her soul lives forever, you know? Like, that's one soul that deserves to live forever, for sure. She did so much for everybody. The hospital needed her. Needed her. Me and my sister, we needed her. Like, I don't know how the fuck we got this far. I don't even know how much further we can go. But who knows, man? Hopefully, yeah, who fucking knows? But yeah, everybody, that's it for this. I'll hit you guys up later, I guess. So, yeah. Let me not end it like that. Let me not end it like that, I guess. I want to make videos again. I want to come back. I want to do something. I just don't know what to do. I have no clue. Like, there's so much that I want to do, but I'm so fucking lost. I've been so lost for a while now. I've been like not even before she left. I've been lost for years. I'm not gonna lie. I've been lost for fucking years, yo. I don't know what to do. So, yeah, I hit you guys up.